Hello everyone, it's Arlina from Yarnalina, and today we're going to be making a long requested duck with a knife from TikTok. So first you're going to need a 5mm crochet hook, the yarn from Lion brand Vanna's Choice in the color Silver Heather, as well as in the color Pink or Dusty Rose, and in the color Lemon. So aside from the 3 yarns, you're also going to need some scrap orange yarn, but this is also from Lion brand, for the beak and the feet. So aside from that, you're also going to need some stuffing, scissors, a yarn needle, and 9mm plastic black eyes. So without further ado, let's get started. So to start off with the base of the duck, we're going to make a magic circle. So you're going to grab the tail of the yarn, hold it over 2 fingers, and then wrap it in an X. So you loop it over into an X and insert your hook into the back of your fingers and grab the first loop into the second. Then you'll twist the yarn, then pull your fingers out. Then inside this loop, you're going to work 6 single crochets. Grab your hook, pull it in. So insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, 2 loops on the hook, grab the yarn and pull through both loops. So 1, 2, 3. After you have 6 single crochets, you're going to pull on the tail. So that is your magic circle. After you made your magic circle, you're going to insert your hook into the first single crochet of the 6. Then into that first single crochet, you're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. And you're going to repeat this pattern of 2 single crochets in each stitch all across until you reach the first increase that you made. After you had 2 single crochets in each stitch, which are called increases, all around the circle, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 1 single crochet. So you're going to have an increase, which is 2 stitches in 1, an increase, and then you're going to have 1 stitch only in the next. You're going to repeat this pattern of an increase and 1 single crochet all across. 2 increase and 1 single crochet in the next. After you had an increase and 1 single crochet stitch all around, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 2 single crochets. So you're going to have an increase and 1, and in the next stitch, the second single crochet. So you're going to have an increase here, 1 single crochet and another single crochet. So 1 and 2. So you're going to repeat the pattern of an increase and 2 single crochets all around. After you're done with a row of an increase and 2 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 3 single crochets. So you're going to have an increase of 2 stitches in 1, and you're going to have 3 individual stitches in the next. So 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to repeat this pattern all around. So after you're done with an increase and 3 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 4 single crochets. One, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to repeat this pattern all around. After you're done with an increase and 4 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 5 single crochets. Increase, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to repeat this pattern all around. After you're done with an increase and 5 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of an increase and 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to repeat this pattern all around. After you're done with a row of an increase and 6 single crochets, you're going to build up a number of rows for the body of the duck. So I'll meet you back after we build up more rows of simply single crocheting for the body of the duck. After you're done with 20 rows of single crochet, you're now going to move on to a decrease row. So a decrease, you're going to start with insert your hook, pull it through. With 2 loops on the hook, you're going to work into the next stitch and pull it through. So 3 loops on the hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So that is a decrease. Then after you have a decrease, you're going to work 6 single crochets and then a decrease. So you're going to repeat the pattern of a decrease and 6 single crochets all around. After you're done with a row of a decrease and 6 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of a decrease and 5 single crochets. So you're going to work a decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to work this pattern all around. After you're done with a row of a decrease and 5 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of a decrease and 4 single crochets. One, two, After you're done with a row of a decrease and 4 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of a decrease and 3 single crochets. Then you're going to repeat the pattern of a decrease and 3 single crochets all around. After you're done with a row of a decrease and 3 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of a decrease and 2 single crochets. One and 2. Then you're going to repeat this pattern all around. After you're done with a row of a decrease and 2 single crochets, you're going to move on to the next row of a decrease and 1 single crochet. Then you're going to repeat this pattern all around. As you get closer into the shrinking of the circle, it will be a bit difficult as you crochet. After you're done with the row of a decrease and 1 single crochet, you're going to move on to the last row of entirely decreases. After you're done with a decrease row all around, you're going to make a slip stitch. So you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and with 2 loops on the hook, you're going to pull the first into the second. Then you're going to cut a yarn tail. Tie a knot. Then you're going to use the yarn needle. Then you're going to ladder stitch the remaining hole up. Now that you're done with the body, let's move on to the wings. So for the 2 wings, you're first going to start off with a magic circle. Just like we did for the body of the chicken. Then you're going to pull it shut. And after you're done with the magic circle, you're going to have an increased row all around. So 2 single crochets in each stitch. After you're done with the increased row, you're now going to have 6 rows of single crochet to build up the wing. After you're done with 6 rows of single crochet, you're going to make a slip stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull the first into the second. And after that, you're going to use your scissors and cut a yarn tail so we can sew it onto the body later. Then after you tied it off, you're going to make another wing, and now we're going to move on to the feet. Instead of this orangey yellow that I picked for originally for the feet, I've decided to change into a more muted yellow. So for the feet, you're going to start off just as you did with the wings, a magic circle. And after you're done with the magic circle, you're going to have an increase all around. So 2 single crochets in each stitch. After you're done with the increase all around, you're now going to have 3 rows of single crochet. After you're done with 3 rows of single crochet, you're going to make a slip stitch. Then cut a yarn tail. Then after you made 2 of these for 2 feet, we're going to move on to the beak. So for the beak, we're also going to start off with a magic circle. And after you're done with a magic circle, you're going to have an increase and 1 single crochet all around. and single crochet. You're going to repeat this pattern all around. After you're done with an increase in 1 single crochet row, you're simply going to make a slip stitch. Then leave a longer yarn tail to sew the beak on. And now we're going to move on to the knife. So to start off with the knife, we're first going to start off with a pink yarn. Then you're going to make a slip knot and chain 6. One, 2, 3. Then you're going to chain 7, an extra chain, and you're going to work into the second chain from your hook. So 1 and 2. And working into that second chain, you're going to have single crochets. You're going to single crochet all across. Then once you meet the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and repeat the same pattern of simply single crocheting all across. Then you're going to repeat this pattern for a total of 4 pink single crochet rows. And I'll meet you back when we're done with pink. Then once you meet the end of the 4th single crochet row, you're going to insert your hook into the last stitch and make a slip knot in the gray. And chain 1 to extra secureness. Then you're going to pull that stitch in and yarn over with the new. Now you're going to chain 1 and make another single crochet row. And you can also cut off the pink yarn. After you have a gray single crochet row, you're going to repeat this for another 2 rows in the color gray. After you're done with 3 rows of gray single crochet rows, you're going to chain 1, then skip the first stitch and work into the next. And single crochet across. And have 1 normal row of single crochet row. Then you're going to chain 1, turn your work, then skip the first stitch just as you did for this row, skip a stitch, work into next, and single crochet across. So you're going to stop exactly at 3 decreases, and after you stop at 3 decreases, you're going to cut the yarn tail while leaving a longer one, since we need to sew this together in half and sew it onto the duck itself. Three tie-dye slip knot, tie-dye knot, after leaving a yarn tail. And now we're finally going to move on to the assembly. So after you're done with all your parts, let's move on to the assembly. And this is how your crochet duck with a knife should turn out like. Its free written pattern is linked in the description below on the Yarnalina blog. And make sure to subscribe for more crochet content as this, and comment down below if you want me to make any more animals, and comment down what animal I should make, and I'll see you next time. Bye!